Elena, have you ever noticed how a great idea can be completely ignored in a meeting simply because it wasn't framed correctly? I experienced this today. I had the solution, but I didn't have the influence.
That is a common professional challenge, David. But here is the reality. True influence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about the careful choice of your words. Welcome to Business English for Success. I'm Alina. Today we are mastering effective professional communication.
I want to move beyond just sharing ideas. I want to help guide the conversation toward agreement.
And that is exactly what you will achieve. Over the course of this session, we will navigate through 5 real-world scenarios, from brainstorming sessions to clear alignment with key collaborators. By the end of this session, you will possess a toolkit of practical professional phrases to ensure your voice is clearly heard in every conversation. Let's start with our first scenario. Imagine you are in a dynamic team meeting. Ideas are being shared rapidly and the focus is starting to fragment. You have a constructive suggestion, and you need to guide the group back to a productive path without sounding overbearing. David, how would you normally step in here?
I usually say, I think we are getting off track. Let's look at my idea. But it often feels a bit too direct.
Precision is key here. While I think has its place, overusing it in important discussions can make your contribution feel like a personal opinion rather than a professional insight. Instead, try the expansion technique. Acknowledge the group's energy first, then expand the discussion to include your perspective. This positions your suggestion as a natural progression of the group's effort, making it much easier for others to support. We could focus on the social media campaign first, or maybe the influencer outreach. What do you think, David?
I truly value the creative momentum we have here. Building on these insights, I'm wondering if we might explore how this looks from a long-term scalability perspective.
That's a very constructive pivot, David. It helps us stay aligned with our primary goals.
Precisely. Perhaps we could integrate these thoughts into a more cohesive framework to maximize our shared impact.
Now, let's practice the language of influence. I have selected 2 high-value phrases for you. Focus on a steady, confident pace. Speak after me. Building on these insights, I'm wondering if we might explore the long-term perspective.
Building on these insights, I'm wondering if we might explore the long-term perspective.
Excellent. That phrasing shows respect for the group while demonstrating vision. Let's try the second one. Perhaps we could integrate these thoughts to maximize our shared impact.
Perhaps we could integrate these thoughts to maximize our shared impact.
Well done. That tone signals leadership maturity. The most influential part of that sentence is the phrase shared impact. In an executive setting, this is a power keyword. It signals that you are prioritizing organizational outcomes over personal credit. This builds immediate professional trust.
It's a subtle shift, but the confidence it conveys is undeniable.
To our viewers, think about your next meeting. How can you use the word shared to make your suggestions more influential? Write your sample sentence in the comments below. We would love to see your professional version. Communicating with your peers is about building a bridge, but what happens when you need to communicate with a senior leader, someone with different priorities and very limited time? In our next situation, upward communication, we will explore how to align your goals with executive expectations. Stay with us for these specific power phrases. Communicating upward is perhaps one of the most delicate skills in professional settings. You are often sharing insights with experienced decision-makers who have limited time. David, when you present to a leader, what is your primary approach?
I usually try to explain every detail of my work to show value, but I often notice they prefer to get straight to the point.
That is because senior decision makers often prioritize the broader reasoning over operational details. To align with them effectively, you must use priority alignment. Instead of just explaining what you're doing, focus on how your proposal supports the organization's long-term considerations. This shifts the conversation from a simple update to a strategic consultation. David, I have reviewed the proposal for the new project. I am concerned about the resource allocation in the current market environment.
I appreciate that perspective, Elena. To ensure project stability while maintaining our growth targets, I have refined the proposal to focus on a phased implementation.
That sounds like a more balanced approach. How does this impact our core deliverables?
It provides a more stable roadmap, ensuring we meet our primary objectives while maintaining our current operational balance.
Now, let us practice these executive phrases. Focus on a calm, steady, and professional delivery. Speak after me. To ensure we mitigate potential challenges while maintaining our growth targets.
To ensure we mitigate potential challenges while maintaining our growth targets.
Excellent. You are speaking with the clarity that leaders value. Let us try the second one. This approach allows us to secure the long-term vision while maintaining our operational balance.
This approach allows us to secure the long-term vision while maintaining our operational balance.
Well done. That tone projects high-level accountability. The strength of that phrasing is the focus on operational balance. It tells the leader that you are mindful of both progress and stability. This builds immediate professional trust. To our viewers, when speaking to a manager or senior colleague, do you focus more on growth priorities or long-term considerations? Share your thoughts in the comments. Communicating upward builds trust with leadership, but what about collaborating with those who do not report to you? How do you gain support from another department? In our next situation, the cross-functional bridge, we master the art of collaborative partnership. Success across departments depends on mutual value recognition. You need support from another team, like IT or marketing, but they have their own busy schedules. David, how do you typically reach out to them?
I usually ask if they have a moment to help me with a specific task I am working on.
While that is polite, focusing on interdepartmental synergy is more effective. Instead of asking for help, show them how collaborating with you now will prevent future issues or reduce their workload later. You are proposing a partnership that benefits everyone.
Elena, I am leading the new client initiative, and I have identified a few areas where our departments can create some real synergy.
We're quite stretched this month, David. What exactly are you looking for?
I understand your team's current volume. My goal is to streamline the data sharing process now so we can enhance our operational flow during the final phase. It should significantly reduce the manual workload for your team in the long run.
If it helps us avoid those bottlenecks later, it is worth a discussion. Let us look at the timeline. Let us practice these collaborative phrases together. Focus on a warm and professional tone. Speak after me. I have identified a few areas where our departments can create some real synergy.
I have identified a few areas where our departments can create some real synergy.
Very good. The word synergy sounds more collaborative and professional than simply saying help. Next sentence. This should significantly reduce the manual workload for your team in the long run.
This should significantly reduce the manual workload for your team in the long run.
Perfect. You are focusing on their benefits, which is the key to cross-functional influence. Notice the phrase, reduce the manual workload. By identifying a direct benefit to their operations, you transform your request into a shared solution. Question for the comments. What is the biggest challenge you face when working with other departments? Let us brainstorm some professional solutions together. Building bridges ensures smooth operations. But what happens when someone has strong concerns? How do you handle a stakeholder with different perspectives on your plan? In our next situation, we will learn how you respond calmly and professionally in these situations. Stay with us. In every professional journey, you will meet stakeholders who have different perspectives on your direction. The goal is not to win an argument, but to transform those insights into constructive alignment. David, how do you typically respond when someone offers a different view?
I often feel the need to explain my position right away, but I have noticed that can make the conversation feel a bit formal or rigid.
That is a natural reaction, but a more effective approach is what we call the validating pivot. Instead of seeing a different view as a challenge, treat that feedback as a quality review measure. This makes the conversation feel more open and constructive. By inviting their expertise into the planning process, you maintain your professional credibility while making them feel like a valued partner in the outcome.
I am not entirely sure this timeline is feasible, Elena. It feels quite demanding given our current project volume.
I appreciate you raising that point. Ensuring long-term feasibility is a shared priority for all of us. Could you help me identify the specific areas where you feel we should focus our attention so we can refine our planning approach together?
Well, specifically the testing phase. If we can adjust the timing there, the rest of the schedule should be manageable.
That is a very practical observation. Let us refine the testing sequence together to ensure a smooth and reliable outcome. Let us practice these phrases for handling different perspectives with grace. Focus on a calm and inclusive tone. Speak after me. I appreciate you raising that point. Ensuring long-term feasibility is a shared priority for all of us.
I appreciate you raising that point. Ensuring long-term feasibility is a shared priority for all of us.
Excellent. You are transforming a concern into a shared objective. Next sentence. Could you help me identify the specific areas where we should focus our attention?
Could you help me identify the specific areas where we should focus our attention?
Perfectly done. Asking for their insight is a sophisticated way to build alignment. The power tool here is the phrase planning approach. It shifts the focus from who is right to how we succeed together. To our viewers, how do you react when a colleague has a different perspective? Do you defend your original plan, or do you invite them to help refine it? Let us know in the comments. Handling different views with grace is a mark of professional maturity, but our final stage ensures your influence stays strong after the meeting ends. How do you maintain the momentum of agreement? Let us look at our final scenario, the lasting impression. Influence continues long after the discussion. Often, professional bonds are reinforced in the follow-up. David, what is your typical process for ensuring everyone stays aligned after a meeting?
I usually send a quick thank you, but sometimes I feel the clarity we had in the room starts to fade over time.
To maintain influence, your follow-up should reinforce continuity and clarity. Instead of a simple thank you, summarize the alignment on your shared direction. Define the next agreed steps as a shared commitment. This positions you as a professional who helps the project move forward smoothly. I found today's alignment on our shared direction to be exceptionally productive. To maintain our current momentum, I will circulate a brief summary of our shared objectives by tomorrow morning.
That would be very helpful, Elena. It ensures we are all moving in the same direction.
Precisely. I'll also outline the next agreed steps to ensure our continued progress remains seamless. Let us practice these final phrases for maintaining clarity over time. Focus on a confident and reliable tone. Speak after me. I found today's alignment on our shared direction to be exceptionally productive.
I found today's alignment on our shared direction to be exceptionally productive.
Very polished. This shows strong professional reliability. One more. I'll outline the next agreed steps to ensure our progress remains seamless.
I'll outline the next agreed steps to ensure our progress remains seamless.
Well done. You sound like a professional who is committed to excellence. The key word here is momentum. Influential professionals do not just finish conversations, they maintain momentum. Question for you. What is one thing you always include in your follow-up to ensure your influence remains strong? Share your tips with our community below. We have covered a lot of ground today, David. Professional influence is truly a journey of thoughtful communication.
It certainly is. Let us quickly review the 5 pillars we have built today.
First, in brainstorming, use the expansion technique to build on the group's energy. Second, when communicating upward, prioritize the broader reasoning over the details. Third, for cross-functional work, seek synergy by identifying mutual benefits. Fourth, handle different perspectives by valuing different insights and inviting collaboration. And finally, maintain momentum through thoughtful follow-ups.
These tools make such a difference. I feel much more prepared to lead with clarity.
Remember, David, and to everyone watching, influence is a skill you refine every day. Your commitment to improving your professional communication is the first step toward effective professional communication.
Thank you for joining us today. If you found value in this session, please consider subscribing to Business English for Success.
In our next video, we will explore the art of professional agreement building, how to reach agreements in complex situations. We look forward to seeing you there. Keep leading with clarity, and goodbye for now.
Goodbye and have a highly productive week ahead.